Poppin' Wolfpack, or should I say Planeswalkers? I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to say the Wolfpack, because you know we're the Wolfpack. Cody here, and we're back for another video. This one is pretty special. It's going to be our first ever Commander deck tech for Magic the Gathering. If you don't know Commander, you should look it up, because it's pretty fun. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. What's the tell? And this Commander was voted on by my community. They voted on 2 cards to come in from the Commander decks, and a new Commander that we also opened with the Sampler Pack. And they chose the one from the Sampler Pack, which is pretty cool. We have Tolsimir Midnight's Light. For 2 green, white. He's a legendary elf scout with lifelink. When he enters the battlefield, trade Voya Finstalker, a legendary 5/5 green and white wolf token with trample. Whenever a wolf you control attacks, if Tolsimir attacks this combat, target creature your opponent controls blocks that wolf this combat if able. So with Tolsimir, we're playing a kind of tribal, typal, kindred, whichever word you want to use, focused wolf deck. I'm going to use kindred because I actually think it sounds a lot cooler than tribal or typal. But, you know, whatever you guys want to do with it. It's all interchangeable. It doesn't matter. That means we're making the goodest wolf boys, and we're going to be playing some wolfies too. It's more of a medium price deck, I would say. It's about around $600. With this deck tech, we'll be looking at 10 creatures not named Tolsimir. That means there's 2 more that are named Tolsimir. All the instants and sorceries, 4 non-ramps, all 5 enchantments, and the kindred lands we need. Well, I don't think they're actually all the sorceries. I think I trimmed it down. So, but anyways, first up we have the OG Tolsimir Wolfblood. He's a 4 green white legendary creature elf warrior. Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other white creatures you control get +1/+1. You can tap him to create Voya, a legendary 2/2 green and white wolf creature token. It's pretty cool. When I first started playing Ravnica, whichever set it was that I got, I can't remember which one was the first one I started with. But Tolsimir was one of the coolest cards for me. I really thought it was awesome because he's just this cool elf dude that makes this adorable wolf. He's awesome. So yeah, I actually really like Tolsimir. And the final 3 of the Tolsimirs in the deck is Tolsimir Friend of Wolves. He costs 2 green, white. For a legendary creature, Elf Scout. When he enters the battlefield, create Voya, Friend of Elves, a legendary 3/3 green and white wolf token. Whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, which is pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. Let's move on from the Tolsimir dudes, and we got 2 pet cards for this deck. But we're going to enter it. We're going to start it out with a pet card, and we're going to end it off with a pet card. The first pet card is Watch Wolf. For green and white, you can create a 3/3 wolf. That's right. He doesn't do anything besides be adorable, and he watches the block because he's awesome. Next up, we have Inara Wolvid Familiar. 3 in a ring for a legendary wolf beast. As long as it's your turn, commanders you control have indestructible. So yeah, and it's not partner, which doesn't matter this. But Inara is going to be just palling around with our wolves and Tolsimir, even Tolsimir indestructible, to do things. And it's a wolf. 4/4, I mean, come on now. Our third wolf is not only a wolf, but it's everything. We have Realm Walker for 2 in a green. Realm Walker is a shapeshifter and has Changeling, which is every creature type. As Realm Walker enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of your library. It's also a 2/3. Keeping on theme, we have Chameleon Colossus, a 2 green creature shapeshifter Changeling. Pro Black, 2 green Chameleon Colossus is +X until end of turn, where X is its power 4/4. Yeah. Let's go ahead and knock out the third one out of the ballpark. We have Mirror Entity, a 2 in a white creature shapeshifter Changeling. You can tap X until end of turn. Creatures you control will have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. 1/1. That's a pretty cool way to finish people off, and I just love it because it makes all my Tolsimir's wolves too. It's pretty funny. Next up, we have some finishers for the deck. We obviously have Moonshaker Cavalry with 5 white. Now, the white might be kind of hard for us, but it should be fine by the time we get up there to the 8-man that I use to play it. So main strictures say creature Spirit Knight, flying whenever it enters the battlefield. Creatures you control gain flying and get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control, and it's also a 6/6, so that's pretty good. I love flying in Commander. It's literally one of my favorite things to do. And next up, we have another finisher, the OG of the Hoofs, Greater Horde Behemoth at 5 G. That's 3 Gs, which is great. The creature beats haste when it enters the battlefield. Creatures you control gain trample and get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. This one's only a 5/5, however, so yeah. Now we have the best wolves, or the alphas, if you will, of the deck. We have Hollow Hinge Overlord for 4 green, a creature wolf. Flash, at the beginning of your upkeep, for each creature you control it's a wolf or a werewolf, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token for 4. Pretty good stuff for us, because we're going to be having a bunch of wolves from Tolsimir, and just the ones we carry out there. That's a lot. Yeah. And one of their token producers with this deck, which is pretty cool. I really liked Hollow Hinge Overlord. Especially being able to flash it out too. That was just not even, yeah. Next up with the alphas, we have Cemetery Prowler. For a 1 green creature wolf, Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield attacks, exile a card from a graveyard. Spells you toss tasks 1 less to cost for each card type they share with cards exile with Cemetery Prowler. 3/4. So I shouldn't have to tell you how good exiling cards from a graveyard is, because a lot of decks rely on getting stuff back and doing a bunch of shenanigans and annoying things. Now let's finish off the creatures with the other pet card. And it's also kind of a namesake for the deck, which by the way is what's poppin', Wolfpack. We have Wolfpack. For 6 green, a creature wolf. You may have Wolfpack assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. 7/6. So yeah, how to represent you guys in this deck. There you go, Wolfpack. Spelled differently for us though. Alright, let's move on to the instants and sorceries. Up first, we have 2 mass removal spells. The OG, right? I think that's the OG? I don't know. Wrath of God. 2 white, sorcery, destroy all creatures they can't be regenerated. And one of my favorite removals, we have Farewell. For 4 white, sorcery, choose one or more. Exile artifacts, all creatures, all enchantments, or all graveyards. So one of those 4, or all of those 4, or 2 of those 4, 3 of those 4. You know the drill. Next up, we have some targeted removal. First, we're going to target some artifacts and enchantments with Nature's Claim. It costs 1 green, instant, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Its controller gains 4 life. 4 life's not that much, damn it, Commander. We have Beast Within, a 2 green, instant, destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token. They got a problematic enchantment? Gone. Problematic not sorcery, you can't do that. A problematic creature? Gone. Yeah, everything that's a permanent, gone. Same with Generous Gift, a 2 white, instant, destroy target permanent, creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token. And you know what? I love my decks with some charm. And it wouldn't be a Selesnya deck without some Selesnya charm, baby. It's a green-white instant. You can choose one. Target creatures +2/+2 and gains trample until the turn. Or exile target creature power 5 or greater. Or create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. And we have some protection for our dudes in here. So if it wasn't enough earlier we could protect some of our dudes, we're going to protect them now for real. We have one of the best protection spells. It's a Fairy's Protection for 2 and white. Instant, until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out. Exile to Fairy's Protection. Next up, we have another one that gets reprinted a lot, which is A-okay by me. We have Heroic Intervention. 1 green, instant, permanent use control, gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Now, to finish off our instant sorcery, we have the final 2 cards. We have Hunter's Insight, which is a really good draw spell for us. It's toss 2 green, instant, choose target creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker's turn, draw that many cards. And last but not least, we have Kindred Summons. See, Kindred, I love it. It's so good. 5 green, instant, choose a creature type, reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal X creature cards of the chosen type, where X is the number of creatures you control of that type. Put those cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle the rest of the revealed cards into your library. Next up, we have our 4 non-ramp artifacts. I'm not going through the ramp. You can see it when you check out the deck. By the way, I'm going to have a link in the description so you can check out the deck, and probably the first comment too. First up, we have Vanquisher's Banner, cost 5. It's an artifact, obviously, because that's what we're doing. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creature you control the chosen type get +1 and +1. Whenever you cast a spell chosen type, draw a card. So yeah, it's pretty good. Very good. Next up, we show our pride of our tribe with our Icon. The Icon of Ancestry costs 3 artifact. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. You can tap 3 and tap it. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card of the chosen type from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. And now we have what I like to call the Kindred Equipments. Conjurer's Mantle is a 1 in a white artifact equipment. Equipped creatures +1/+1 and has vigilance. When it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a card that shows a creature type with the creature from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Equip 1. Next up, we have Heirloom Blade. Artifact equipment. It costs 3 to play, by the way. I didn't have it myself, but you know, it's pretty cool. Equip creatures +3/+1. Whenever it dies, you may return. When the creature dies, not yet. You may reveal cards in the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Equip 1. Next up, we're going to on over to the enchantment side of things. With instants and sorceries, we gave our deck some charm. Now we're going to give it some class with Ranger's class. Costs 1 and Dreams enchantment class. Gain the level as a sorcery to add its ability. When Ranger class enters battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf. You can go to level 2 by playing 1 in a green. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. Or you can go 3 in a green, level 3. You may look at the top card of your library anytime you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Now we're going to tax our opponents with wolves by playing Howling Moon. It's 2 in a green enchantment. Whenever your combat in return, target wolf or werewolf you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. And now we're going to double up on wolves. That's right, we're going to go Anointed Procession. 3 in a white enchantment. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, you create twice that many of those tokens instead. And finally, we have one of my favorite green enchantments for Commander, Guardian Project. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. So Commander, only have 1 ofs, you just don't draw and draw and draw. That's why it's so good. Now we're going to move on to some Kindred lands for the deck. We have Unclaimed Territory. So lands, Unclaimed Territory enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. You can tap to add colorless or tap it and add 1 mana in color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. Next up, we have Secluded Courtyard. It does basically the same thing, except it also has the add text or activate an ability of a creature, source of the chosen type. And to finish off the lands, we have Tavern of Souls. As Tavern of Souls in the battlefield, choose a creature type. You can tap to add colorless. You can tap add 1 mana in colors. This mana only casts creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell can't be countered. That's right, it can't be countered. So I'm going to have the deck list in the description and in the first comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's kind of weird for me, and I hope I did a decent job, and just leave me some feedback of how I can change things and do things differently. But I love you guys. I want to say goodbye, and I'll see you then. Mwah. Hey you. Yeah, you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Also, subscribe. Please, for the love of everything, ring that dang bell. Let's go.